Guys, who like it's about to rain. So hopefully we can get a little dance in the rain today. Them clouds, yeah, them clouds coming in. I'm starting this rising off. It's 10. I was listening to the Girls Need Love, but it's 10:20. I'm starting this rising off with some tea. I'm gonna tell y'all what's in the tea though. I took a picture of it. We got some nettle, some hawthorn, some burdock root, some alfalfa, and some motherwood. And I also put some mint leaf and bay leaves in here. So, along with some lemon. Nice warm cup of tea. And yeah. I hope I can get a good dance in the rain because I really been wanting to get a little spiritual bath, some spiritual cleansing coming. So, yeah, when it rains, it's supposed to rain around 11. But if it rains, I'm going to dance in the rain and we're going to have a good time. Because I want to get some cleansing coming, like some cleansing going on. I've been, well, not yesterday, but the day before yesterday, I did me a Epsom salt bath because I was having like some tension in my muscles because I have been working out or whatever, as y'all can see. Let me stop. But yeah, I have been working out, and yeah, sometimes like I be having lower back tense issues, like my lower back be tense sometimes. And so I do stretch. I stretch often. More often. I should stretch more often. But I'm working with myself. I'm trying to incorporate more stretching into my daily routine because I do stretch often. Like every time I work out, I stretch. I make sure I stretch. But you should stretch before and after working out. Because after you're working out, your muscles tense. And so you gotta release that tense in your muscles. The tensity from your muscles. But yeah, it seems like I'm always trying to teach some shit. Like, I need to hush sometimes. Let me stop. Nah, but I just be sharing as I should. I just be sharing, like, my journey. Because I'm learning, too. And so, I feel like when I share my process, I can do others service. Because I know a lot of us, we want to get our bodies, our vessels right. And I feel like it does a huge service. You know, just showing like, you know, from rock bottom, from me starting, you know, and just showing like the overall growth of like my body, my mind, my consciousness, my soul, and yeah, I'm pouring out. I pour into y'all, and so that's all I am going to do is pour into y'all. And I know I'm going to get the same in return. So, yeah. Today I really want to talk about I was watching this video of this girl. I'm gonna say her name. Her YouTube name is Zion's Diary. And when I tell you, like, she's so real, and like, just her mind and like her personality, and she's just so unapologetic with her word, and And she just doesn't care. Like, she just so authentically her. And her recent video I watched, she was talking about how, like, well, as we know, like, the world is very hypersexualized and very dogmatic when it comes to sex. And my recent video, I talked about, my overall overcoming sexual trauma. And the way she was explaining, like, she opened my mind to, just new perspective. Like, she thought she was reading this book about sex or whatever, and basically, like, we use sex as a form of, well, men. I'm gonna say men, because it's really the conditioning of the man and how the man has conditioned society to bring about this very transactional way of exchanging sexual energy. And hold on. And it's very limiting, because we view sex as this, I feel like a lot of people don't even know what sex is, or intimacy. I feel like, due to the conditioning from corn, just pornographic scene, and just this illusion created, this distorted way that, sex should be exchanged, and how energy is exchanged through just wanting to get physical pleasure out of someone, rather than just the soul intimacy from that said individual. I feel like sex is so, well, the ways that society has conditioned men to treat sex and abuse sex, and it's like they only want to get an orgasm out of something, or you only just want to get your own physical pleasure, and that other person is left unfulfilled because there was no intimacy, there was no touch, there was no eye contact, there was no overall feeling of one's presence, there was no overall, like, and you look in movie scenes, and it's like this rough nature, like very rough, very just, where's the softness, where's the deep compassion, where's the conversation, where's the breathing one's air, like, where's the caressing, the running your fingers through one's hair, where's the touch, the feel, the warmth. You get nothing. And I can really say this from my own experiences, and I can say this from my own experiences, and even talking, about other people's experiences. And the way people talk about sex, it's like you don't even know what you're talking about. Your mind is conditioned based off the majority's perceived realities of what sex is, and how to go about this, and it's not taught in a healthy way at all. And we take sex ed in middle school. What do middle schoolers need to know about sex? They don't even know what love is yet, or how to love themselves, or show this deep compassion and softness for oneself. And you're trying to seek for physical pleasure outside of yourself. No, when I was in middle school, people would get exposed from videos being leaked out, and I'm just like, me especially when you're young, when you're this young in middle school, you have this deep sense, this deep curiosity just to know what is it? Like, what is this that everybody is talking about? What is it that I'm missing out on? And you're essentially not missing out on nothing. Don't even rush to even, don't rush. And then it's like, you're curious at this young age, and what if you don't have this safe space to ask a parent, ask a guardian, ask a mentor, you know? You don't have anybody to talk about this, a safe space to express intimacy, express love, express these energy exchanges, because that's what you do. You exchange energies, and when you're in a relationship that revolves only around physical pleasure, there's no soul intimacy. There's no layers being pulled back because you're conditioned around this physical pleasure. And it's not real. The love isn't real. The intimacy isn't there. There's conditions. And you're essentially boxed into this, and when you believe that this is what love is, you'll never find love. You'll never find this deep intimacy within yourself. You'll never be able to be soft with yourself and even give yourself the pleasure of just even being alone or enjoying your own presence and being soft, just expressing this deep love and sensuality within your own being. And so, yeah, like, I feel like this idea of physical pleasure, it can be excuse me, it can be liberating for some, and it's different for all, you know. It's different for all. I know a lot of women find this sexual liberation freeing and divine and spiritual, and just diving deep within your intimacy, you know, just finding what love, what intimacy, what is this, what energy exchange do you seek for within yourself, and how can you share energy with others, and not just through physical pleasure, but deep intimacy, and having these platonic relationships where you can be vulnerable, you can touch, you can feel one another without there being this triggering nature, without just being triggered, because a lot of us, we endure a lot of sexual trauma, you know, due to the conditioning from society. You know, television, films, music is very corrupt. It corrupts and it takes over the mind, and programming your mind to think this way, to view sex and intimacy and sensuality this way, is very distorting. And we have kids listening to this music. This, you know, really do pay attention to what you're consuming. And I know a lot of parents be like, I don't want my kids listening to that. Why people making music like this? It's not the music. It's not the artist that's making the music. It's the parents, and how the parents are involved in the child's life, and how can we create safe environments for children to, you know, to really discover themselves, you know, safely. And I feel like it's a safe way to present children with, you know, a freeing, imaginative, sensual, intimate life where you can introduce this intimacy in a safe way where it's not distorting a child's perception of reality. And it's really spirituality. It's really having this close relationship with God. It's really, you know, getting outside of nature. Like, this is sensual. Like roses, they're sensual. Fruit is sensual. It's juicy, you know. Nature is very intimate and it's very feminine. And I feel like when you go back to nature, like I've explained in my previous videos, that's where you find the sensuality. That's where you find the intimacy at, is in nature. There's no classifications in nature. There's no labels in nature. There's no objectivity in nature. You're not subjective to, the way society views sexuality. And sexuality is the differentiation between masculine and feminine, and the balance between divine masculine and divine feminine. And when you tap into these aspects of yourself, you reveal aspects of yourself that you were unable to see due to the limitations from society and the boxing from society. And when you conform to the ways of society, you limit yourself to this distorted perception, this distorted perceived reality. And you take on these dogmatic, narcissistic, very limiting and hindering traits. And yeah, I know I'm going deep, but this is the true essence of nature. Truly. It's about to rain. And so I really I'm going to go inside and take my do-rag off because I want to get my hair wet. Yeah, I'm really back. Y'all dancing in the rain.